Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Fiverr Talks, everybody. Good to see your smiling faces this Monday morning. How many of you watched the Super Bowl this weekend? Yeah? Well, how many of you were more interested in the commercials in between the Super Bowl? Yeah? Well, guess what? Fiverr had a commercial for the very first time that ran during the Super Bowl, and today we're going to talk all about that commercial, what it means for you, the pros, the cons, and my reaction. That's right, old Fiverr got themselves a Super Bowl commercial, and today we're going to talk all about it. But before we jump into it, let me introduce myself. I don't want to be rude. My name is Joel Young, user DJ Young on Fiverr. Been there since 2013, one of Fiverr's all-time top earners, and every week I put out videos like this to help you become the best Fiverr seller you can be. So if that's interesting to you, please give me a thumbs up for this video and maybe subscribe to the channel. So today we're going to dive into what Fiverr's Super Bowl commercial said, what it means, and what is behind the commercial. That's what it really matters to us as sellers, what that says to the world about us and who we are and how we interact together. Because if you didn't realize this, as a Fiverr seller, someone just put millions of dollars out there to advertise your services. Fiverr is using millions of dollars of their profits out of their pocket to advertise your services, and it's a win not only for them, but for us. So anytime Fiverr does this, we should get excited. We may see the commercial and say, I hate it, I like it, whatever you think about it. What you need to realize is that someone has put big time, effort, and money behind you as a freelancer, and that means it's a good platform to still be on. So find it encouraging first and foremost that Fiverr ran a Super Bowl commercial. So if you haven't seen the commercial yet, then you should probably check it out. I think it's a pretty cool commercial to watch, and you can watch the extended cut over on Fiverr's YouTube channel. I'll link that in the description down below so you can check it out. But like I said, overall, this is a very positive thing, but I still wanted to talk about, from my perspective, some of the positives and some of the negatives of this commercial. So I'm gonna ping pong back and forth. So it's all positive and then all negative. I wanna go one positive, one negative. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So the first thing I wanna say that is super positive about this commercial, which I kind of already said, but I'll say it again, is that it exists. 5 years ago, Fiverr was in no place to advertise on the Super Bowl. They didn't have the money. The platform was not as strong as it is today. It didn't have the notoriety. And I don't think they had the seller base that they would have needed to support that. Today, they're doing things like advertising on the Super Bowl because the company is growing. Things are looking good. And if you're already a Fiverr seller, then things are really great for you. Why, you might ask? Well, because you're hooked onto a big train that's rolling down the track at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Fiverr is a successful company, and it's great to be a part of what they're doing. And like I said at the beginning, any money they put toward marketing ultimately helps us as freelancers and sellers who are selling on their platform. So just the fact that it exists is a positive in my eyes. Now for a little bit of a negative reaction. I thought the commercial overall was a little confusing. It's based around a landscaping company, and you have this guide, this lady who I actually like. I think she's a great little character. She looks like somebody off of Jurassic Park. She jumps in a Tesla truck looking golf cart and guides you through the innards of her business as things are happening. And she's trying to say that they use Fiverr to do all the things that they need to do. But within all the creativity, with all the things going on, it's a bit confusing for anyone to really tell what this commercial is about until the last 5 seconds or so. You know, she talks about Fiverr a little bit here and there, but it seems to be more about landscaping. Maybe at one point it's about hotels. Somebody shows up and says, is this a lobby? And she says, no, this is not a hotel. I think overall the message of the commercial got lost a bit in all that was going on. Some very cool things going on, by the way, and made it a little confusing. I don't think it was as on point as it could have been all the way throughout. So instead of 30 seconds of real ad for Fiverr, it was about 5 seconds of real ad for Fiverr where people realized what they were being pitched. All right, let's jump back to the positive side of things. I thought on a positive note, it was an extremely creative effort from Fiverr. And here's why this matters. Fiverr is a platform for creative sellers. If the platform itself does not seem creative, how great of a hope do you have that the people selling on the platform will be creative, will be able to meet your needs, will be able to create something great for you? Not much, right? This commercial achieved the mission of being uber creative. It was kind of like that Dollar Shave Club video from back in the day where he was walking through the warehouse. You know, you kind of followed this woman walking through the insides of her business. Things were happening. People were on computers. People were trimming plants and doing things. There was even a guy in a jetpack doing something. I don't know what he was doing, but it was awesome. There was so much creativity. Fiverr put a lot of money behind the production of this commercial, I'm sure, and it really showed because I thought it was a a really creative effort overall. And for us as Fiverr sellers on a creative platform, being creatives ourselves, that's a real positive. It puts us in the same light as something at that creative level, and that's an extremely positive thing for you. Now back to the negative side. In fact, what I think is one of the most negative aspects of the commercial is that it completely misses advertising or showing the world that Fiverr offers more than just a few small services. In fact, the only things mentioned by name were graphic design and web development. And then they also quickly mentioned PR for like 2 seconds, but to only mention graphic design and web development in a platform that is so much bigger. In fact, I would say, while graphic design is a big seller on Fiverr, it probably isn't the biggest seller. I could be wrong on that. I don't really know the numbers, but I would say there are huge sellers that were left out. I would have liked to have seen Fiverr mention, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 different things, somehow work in that for your small business, you've got someone who could record a voiceover for your voicemail, design a website, create a logo, help you with PR, help you with social media. I mean, I'm just naming off things that I know are huge sellers on Fiverr, yet there was no indication that any of that stuff could have been done. It was just from graphic design to web development. It felt a little empty, and it left me going, wow, what kind of picture are we painting of Fiverr for the rest of the world? If they have no experience with it, would they even know they could go and find these other services on there? Maybe not. They do say that you can go and find freelancers on Fiverr, but it really doesn't give you any indication of what other kind of freelancers are out there, or if there are freelancers beyond the categories that were mentioned in the commercial specifically. Another positive is that it shows us that Fiverr is trying to target businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, sometimes larger businesses that need help getting things done. I think that's a really smart idea on their part, focusing in on businesses and the things they need to run the business, make the business happen, grow the business, grow the sales, all those things. This was shot from the perspective of one landscaping company and how Fiverr can help them do all the things they need to get done. That was extremely positive. I thought that was really cool, and it's a neat angle to take on things. Hey, here's a business, and here's all the ways that we as Fiverr freelancers can help that business to grow and flourish and become what they want to be in the future. The only other negative thing I'll say about the commercial is that as a marketer, as someone who creates videos for a living, I would have loved to have seen a stronger call to action at the end. I know that's probably not the coolest thing to do in the Super Bowl setting, but it would have been great if they would have offered, hey, use code Super Bowl for 10% off your first order on Fiverr. Do it today. Thousands of freelancers waiting for you. Millions of freelancers waiting for you. Something like that to give somebody an incentive to go through and say, oh yeah, I'll give Fiverr a shot. If there's a promo going on for the next week, I'll go try it out. That would have been a great opportunity for them to tell millions of people, hey, go try Fiverr. Maybe your first order on Fiverr is on us, up to $50 or something like that. Make it a stronger call to action rather than just saying, hey, Fiverr, find some freelancers. Again, it's really hard for me to say what the best direction for that is because I don't produce Super Bowl commercials, and that's out of my league. But I do know that a strong call to action is always more helpful than a soft one, and I would have loved to have seen a stronger call to action at the end of this commercial. But really, this is uncharted territory for Fiverr. This is new stuff, and that makes it exciting. We're all getting to experience this together. Whether you've been a seller like me for 7, 8, 9 years, or you've been here 7, 8, or 9 months, this is a new thing for all of us that we're experiencing together because Fiverr is growing as a platform. We as sellers on the platform are experiencing that growth, and this is all of our first Super Bowl commercials together. This is one step at a time, and it's a really cool thing to be a part of. Nothing is perfect, but I think Fiverr is making a great effort to be a platform that we can be proud to be sellers on and that people can be proud to use. For a while, Fiverr was a place that people maybe were embarrassed to use. It was in the early days associated with cheap services when everything was $5. Sellers didn't get paid very much and buyers got crappy service, but that's not at all the image people have of Fiverr today. It's changed a lot. You can get great services at great prices, and everybody wins if you do it right. So I think this is all a great thing. It's uncharted territory, and it's something that will benefit both Fiverr and us in the very near future. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming up in 2021 for you. We are just getting started. It's February, but coming up very soon, we will have some gig reviews where we'll dig into your gigs. Those of you that have applied, you can do that in the description below. We've got some really cool, some flashback, throwback Thursdays where I'm gonna jump in and show you some of my old gig videos, and we'll continue to bring you the latest and greatest with Fiverr. But one thing I wanna bring to your attention that I don't have a lot of details on yet about, but I will just say that on February February 17th, I'll be hosting Fiverr's 11th birthday celebration. I'm proud to do that, and just wanted to let you know you could join me over there for that celebration. If you're a seller, I'm sure there will be a notification going out very soon, and I'll certainly let you know as soon as I know how and where that's going to happen. I know it will be on Zoom, so I'd love to see you there. So again, thanks for watching, and if you're brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing by clicking up here, or please give me a thumbs up on this video. It's a huge deal to the algorithm, and if you want to see more videos like this, see the channel and community grow, see our power and influence grow, that will help us. And if you need another video to watch, then I'd suggest checking this one out.